Damn, did I see it, man, I was so bad.
Hi, my name's Joe and I'm a paraplegic. Today I'm at Simpson's Gap, just near Alice Springs in Central Australia. And yeah, Simpson's Gap was named after Homer Simpson himself. Nah, just kidding. When they first decided to build a city in the centre of Australia, they thought, oh, we better choose somewhere with plenty of water since it is in the middle of the desert. So they thought they'd colonise this place on the banks of the Todd River. And I'm walking in the middle of Todd River now. Lots of water. So yeah, that was a pretty successful plan. This is the harsh Australian sun. And this is the riverbed. Somewhere in the Northern Territory, I think it's called Palm River. And it's looking pretty dead. Not much life around here. Thought I'd tell you a little bit more about circumstances of how I got myself shot. I was living in this island paradise called Roatan in the Caribbean, working as a dive instructor and bartender, living the dream and really loving life. But then the guy who shot me, Sam Wesley, he and his wife Rosita, they happened to live in this resort. And they have two shops. One of them they rent out to whoever wants to rent it, and the other one they use as the office for their resort. And at this particular time, they were renting it out to a dive shop. And I was thinking of starting well actually I had started my own dive shop, so I was in the process of getting more equipment. So I went to this dive shop looking to see if I could buy something. And one afternoon I got there, probably about 2 in the afternoon I think. And I saw, the shop was closed, so I thought, oh well, I'll just give the owner a call and see where he's at. I called him, Jason, the dive shop, and this woman started coming out and saying something to me, and I wasn't really listening to her because I was on the phone, but the first thing I recognised she said was, "Get your bike off my property." And I had my mountain bike, it was on the road. Admittedly, it was probably leaning against her tree, but I didn't think anything of it. I thought, oh, she's just being silly, so I just kind of ignored it. And then, next thing you know, she started pushing and shoving me, going, "Hey, get off my property!" And I was like, "Hey, I'm talking to the owner of this dive shop, I'm trying to do business." And but she didn't seem to give a shit. She went inside and got her husband. And I didn't know what was going to happen, because at the time I was still on the phone and I wasn't really thinking about it. And then he'd come out and just smacked me with this plank of wood across my legs. And I was like, what the fuck? So like, he's going to hit me again, so I've like kind of blocked it and then punched him. And then the woman, she's come over and started scratching me all over. I wasn't wearing a shirt, so she was like left huge scratch marks all over me. And I've like pushed him away and ran out into the street. And all the time I was on the phone, I was like, what's going on? Your neighbours are attacking me, man. And then anyway, the woman decided to grab my bike and put it up onto a front porch, and I was like, you can't just steal my bike, this is just wrong. And the guy's gone around the side of the house, and she went inside, so I thought, well, I'm going to try and get it back. So I've run up to the front porch to grab the bike, and the woman saw me coming, so she's come outside and grabbed the plank of wood again and gone to hit me. But I've managed to push her before she actually hit me with it. I pushed pretty hard into her front door, and then just grabbed my bike and ran. And by this stage, the guy, Sam Wesley, he was back with the rest of his family, and they were chasing me down the street with machetes. So I don't know what I did to piss them off, but they wanted to kill me from the start. I don't understand why. No idea. I don't know if it's a cultural thing or what, but I obviously messed up somehow.
I'll have died. Makes you wonder, wonder. But here come the man with a look in his eye. It's fair on nothing, but full of pride. Silver, great big hole. Awesome. I love it.
Days after the first incident, they got my phone number off the dive shop owner, and then they just constantly rang me, and I kept ignoring the phone calls because I knew it was them. And this happened for a couple of weeks, and then I think that they eventually stopped. And it was about 4 weeks later, I was going to walk past their resort, because it's a one-street town, so it's kind of hard to avoid, and I wanted to play volleyball. And the son Quincy, he saw me, and he's running inside and grabbing himself a machete, and he ran outside, and then he's waiting for me to come up, and I saw him, and I saw the machete, so I thought, well, it's not worth playing volleyball, is it? So I just turned around. So I was like, you're kidding, like, the whole family wants to kill me, and I still don't know why. After the incident with Quincy coming at me with the machete, that was the moment I should have left the island. I should have realised that my life was in danger. You know, they weren't going to stop until they killed me or at least maimed me. But I was so wrapped up in my dream of, you know, owning my own dive shop, and everything else was going so well in my life on Rotan, and I didn't want to let it go. I mean, it's a big regret now that I didn't leave the island when I should have, and it's, you know, a nearly fatal decision that I have to live with for the rest of my life, and it's so frustrating. Why couldn't I have left the island when I had the chance? About 7 weeks after my first incident with Sam and Rosita Wesley, I stupidly decided to go to the Noodle Shack to have some lunch. And the Noodle Shack happens to be right next to where they live. And it's something I regret now, but at the time I just wanted noodles, stupidly. Anyway, they saw me, and Sam's walked up the street towards the shop, and he stopped a few metres from where the shop path meets the street, and he's waiting for me. And I was like, oh, what do I do, what do I do? And talked to the shop owner. He said, well, why don't you follow me down the stairs, and you get down the bottom and make a run for it. I thought, well, okay. Better plan than no plan, I guess. When I first got down onto the street, he approached me straight away, and he pulled out a gun, and I was like, oh no. And I turned to run. There was nothing I could do. I was point blank range. He just shot me in the back from a metre away. And without saying a word, in front of dozens of witnesses in the middle of the street, I just don't get it. He just wanted to kill me right from the beginning, from the first moment I met him, and I don't know why. What did I do wrong? What did I do to deserve this? I don't understand it. I have to live in this pain and agony forever, and he's trying to get off. Like, he's saying that it's assault. Oh, you're kidding. He was trying to say it was self-defense. I'm like, well, I wear a pair of shorts, I had nowhere to hide a weapon, and he shot me in the back. Like, how is that self-defense? Like, it was premeditated attempted murder, and it can't be anything else. It's so frustrating that he might get let off.